Hey, yo, what's decent? Now, I have a match against my boy Rchizzle that I wanted to showcase before some of the other matches that I had previously recorded because for two reasons. Number one, this allows me a super great opportunity to show you guys what I've been working on lately, some of my new Pokemon like Rotom and Venusaur for instance. And two, something stupid funny happens at the end. I cannot wait to tell you guys at that point. I'm gonna try to refrain myself from spoiling it until that point, but first, before that happens, Jupiter Star Power! Prepare to turn into Compost Slime Meister? Yeah, those are the kind of insults you do here on Sailor Moon. But wait, it's his turn. Mars Star Power! You're going down, you mega dork! How could you say that with a straight face? Alright, I'm having way too much fun with this. It's time to change my groove entirely, like a Capcom vs SNK character. I'm gonna switch from an A groove to a super groove. Let's go. I'm gonna switch into my boy Vaporeon to sponge the Iron Head. Did you see how much damage Mega Venusaur took from Mega Mawil's Iron Head? That was ridiculous. That's crazy. I'm gonna save that clown for a little bit later on, man. So now I roar him out, back out into Mega Mawile. I'm thinking like, okay, he might go into Heliolisk and or predict me to go for the roar again, and then go for an attacking move with the Mega Mawile. So in this case scenario, I went for the wish just to see what he would do. Maybe he would decide to go for an attacking move with the Mega Mawile. So just in case he did, I'll be able to wish and then protect and replenish Vaporeon's HP. That's not really the case. He goes right back into Heliolisk, and then afterwards he goes to the Volt Switch as I switch in my Rotom Cut. Rotom Cut's face is truly making me laugh here. I'm trying to hold back my laughter, but it's ridiculous. I mean... He brings in the Florges, right? And then afterwards, I'm able to trick it the Choice Scarf, which is super, yes, you know, able to cripple the special wall handily. Oh my lord, I was super happy about that. So now in comes the Heliolisk. I was thinking that the Mega Mawile is going to come back into play. I was thinking about going for the trick again, actually. And that would have been awesome, as you guys would find out later on what his set is. So that would have been super califragilisticexpialidocious right there. So I'm thinking that, okay, I'm just going to bring in my Mega Venusaur just for Death Fighter. I already planned to, just because for the previous turn I didn't bring in my Mega Venusaur before to replenish his HP because I thought it was a little bit too obvious that I would want to go out into Mega Venusaur and do that. I didn't do that before, so I'm like, alright, you know, whatever. So now in comes Greninja to finish off my Venusaur. I'm just gonna bring in the Smeargle. As you guys did see, I put that dude to sleep with a Lovely Kiss. I have Lovely Kiss over Spore because it goes past Overcoat and Grass type Pokemon. So now in comes the Furfrou. He's gonna go and retaliate back with the return after I set up my rocks and the Sticky Web, which is great because he does not have a spinner and or a Defogger. And now I'm gonna bring in Rhyperior to deal with this Furfrou. Buddy, you're not the only sheriff in town with a sufficient amount of ammunition to deal with damaging outputs coming from certain moves. So now I'm going to inflict the Hammer Arm onto it, but not before he goes for the Baby Doll Eyes, cutting down the potential damage output that Hammer Arm could have inflicted onto it. But not only that, but because he has the Fur Coat, it's going to act like a firewall, preventing him from taking mass destruction. See, even the song knows it wouldn't have taken any kind of mass destruction from it. So now he has to deal with Vaporeon into play after I switched out my Rhyperior, because Rhyperior wasn't doing anything to it. I thought he was going to try to take advantage of the fact that Rhyperior wasn't inflicting anything onto it. I didn't know that he was going to go for the Toxic, but I thought that just because, you know, Furfrou was in play, I don't really know what the hell Furfrou does, so I wanted to go onto Vaporeon. He goes out into Heliolisk, and I roar out into Greninja. That's not what I want to see. I want to see Staraptor, since I have rocks in play. I want to get the residual damage, man. Like, come on, son, because I have Sticky Weapon to play, and Staraptor is the only thing, one of the only things that actually scares me at this point. I do have Rotom, which is very important. Let's say if he's like switches in his Mega Mawile and he decides to go for the Sucker Punch, I do have Will-O-Wisp. See, that's the point of me carrying Will-O-Wisp on my Choice Scarf variant. You guys, man, just because something is standard doesn't mean it always has to be the best thing to use. So now he has to deal with this thing after forgetting that his Florges was locked onto a Choice Scarf move because I tricked it earlier on. So I go for the Focus Energy Scope Lens. Something's about to die. That's putting it mildly. You know, but like, I like Kingdra. Don't get me wrong, it does have Sniper, but Magmortar, son, show him how it's done, son. Kingdra doesn't have your high base special attack, man. About to, yeah, buddy. What happened, Furfrou? Yo, real talk, not everybody's into prostitutes and escorts, Furfrou, so you can't just be wandering around with your Baby Doll Eyes expecting everybody to scumbag to that. Yo, Magmortar showed you what's up with that. So anyway, he's gonna bring in his Staraptor. I'm gonna switch out into my Rhyperior, and it's obvious that my Rhyperior has a crush on Staraptor. I mean, look, critical hit right there. You want me to grab his number for you? I'll gladly do it after the battle. Like, Jesus. He boarding his girlfriend right now. Florges is his girlfriend. And look, how y'all two fighting over a dude and the dude is chilling in his Pokeball? Are y'all serious right now? So she's gonna lock herself onto Wish, and I'm gonna use a secondary hammer arm aiming, obviously for the Florges, but unfortunately for me, I have a ghetto Rhyperior. You can't even fight. Like, come on, man. Are you? Oh my lord, are you serious? But in this case scenario, it's not necessarily a bad thing because he went for the Wish with the intent of having his Pokemon that will come in to replace Florges recover his HP, and I would imagine that it will be either Mega Mawile and or Greninja. Greninja to recover its ability to use his Focus Sash, and or Mega Mawile just because it has Iron Head and it could just like 2-hit KO the Rhyperior and finish it off there. But that's not the case scenario, and I was completely happy about that. I was like, yes, you know, favorable hacks. When the hell is that happening with me? So now he's gonna bring in his Healerless. As much as I really want to inflict a burn onto something, you have no idea. And at this point, I'm thinking like Staraptor is done, so I'm just gonna go for the Skull to inflict some damage onto it. Hopefully kill it in this case scenario, but he shows me the Roost, so I was super happy in this case scenario that I did not click Roar, and I went for the Skull instead, because I figured if I clicked Roar, he could have later on brought it in for Death Fodder. I had no idea that he was gonna have the Roost, despite him being Life Orb. I mean, I've never used a Life Orb Staraptor. I've always had it Choice. I don't know why. I mean, wow. I've always had it Choice Banded and or Choice Scarf. I've never used like a Roost variant. I mean, hey. It's working in this case scenario. He's gonna go for a return and finish off my Vaporeon. So now I'm just gonna bring in my Rhyperior again. She has a crush. You like it? You like him? Okay. Alright. Do well against him. Impress him and... wow. 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 He's totally not interested in you now. Forget it. You allowed 2 critical hits. He's not interested in you. He's not gonna take no weak girl. He has to constantly protect, man. He wants a strong partner. Look at Rotom, for instance, surviving that stuff, man. He's interested in Rotom right there. Too bad Rotom is transgender. But anyway, I survived only because I have HP investments on my Rotom. I'm not 252 in speed because I did have Will-O-Wisp as well as the Choice Scarf. So it comes to find out that his Healerless is also Choice Scarf. So I was like, wow, I thought I was gonna go for the Leaf Storm and finish that clown off, but that's not the case scenario. I kind of wanted to go for the Leaf Storm. I thought I was in a good position because if you brought in like Greninja, I would have went for a secondary Leaf Storm. If you brought in Mega Mawile, I would have went for the Will-O-Wisp. I thought I was in a good scenario, but I'm able to respond back, finishing it off with the Focus Blast. He goes with the Greninja. I'm gonna go for the Thunderbolt, but it comes to find out, and the funny thing that I mentioned in the beginning of the video is that, ladies and gentlemen, I finished Magmortar this morning and I did not even freaking EV train it! Are you kidding me? Leave it to me to do something like that. I've been watching so much Sailor Moon, I'm probably inheriting Sailor Moon's habits of being such a damn klutz. How can I forget to EV train it? Wow. Yo. Great game, Ryland. I definitely had a lot of fun. Peace. What you do?